And Brian, would you, I hate to put you on the spot like this, but it was so touching. Would you tell people again about Pop and Billy Graham? Because he's part of your life.
Yeah, he is part of my life. In two ways. My Pop was Pop went to heaven at 80, and my mom's dad, with my father, is the greatest man I've ever known. I mean, and Pop is the man with the deepest faith that I've ever known. My spiritual role model, that man, and boy, do I have some modeling to do, because he was the greatest man with the greatest, deepest faith that you could not shake. And I got to know Billy Graham because, let me tell you something, Hugh Hewitt, when Billy Graham turned up on that television set, as they'd call it, the set in New Jersey.
Set, yes.
If Billy Graham's on the set tonight. If Billy Graham was on the set anywhere in New York or New Jersey, Staten Island or Freehold, New Jersey growing up, the world stopped, and we sat down in front of the set, and we watched Billy Graham, and he was so moved by the words of Billy Graham, and it was I guess it was from Jesus to Billy Graham to Pop to my brother and to me, because when my Pop died at 80 in his sleep, as we'd all probably love to go in our sleep, my brother called me at 5 a.m. and we had a cry on the telephone. And then he called me later that afternoon, and I said, "You're not crying?" And he said, "No." He said, "I'm not crying." He said, "I'm not crying because," he said, "Pop waited his whole life to meet Jesus. So how happy he must be today." And then I cried, and I choke up now. But it was that type of it was that type of, again, Billy Graham. My mom was a disabled person, and my mom, excuse me, Hugh, I'm sorry. My mom depended a lot on the preachers on television who brought the gospel to her. And Billy Graham started that.
He did. So, for the audience, you have heard scores, if not hundreds of hours of Billy Graham preaching.
Yeah, I would say that's true.
See, that is what
I would say.
I don't think people quite will. Some people will, if they're 60 or 50 and older. The vast impact of this man. And so when Russell Moore says that, there are lots of people as emotional as you are, Brian, for the very same reason you are. He is intertwined in their lives.
It really is true. It really is true. You made me do that, and you asked for it. You knew that happened at 6 o'clock. You knew that was going to happen. I can't.
I admit I like good radio and I love good stories. I admit it.
I can't turn my back on you. Here's.